All right, welcome back to the latest episode of That Juco Life. What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Bowden here, and we are here with Dymir Montague. Montague?
Yeah.
All right, so we're here with Dymir Montague from Philadelphia. Played his high school ball at Neumann Goretti. If I'm not mistaken, you played high school ball with Quade Green, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna start off with that in a little bit. But Dymir Montague played in Juco at the Community College of Beaver County, and he's moving on to his next chapter soon. So let's start things off with your high school career. How was it like playing at Neumann Goretti with Quade Green?
Man, playing at Neumann with Quade, I mean, it really didn't officially start for me until my 10th grade year, because my 9th grade year, I wasn't given a chance to play because I had broke my left foot.
Okay.
So it started with 10th grade year, and like the play beside him, I mean, he's a McDonald All-American, so you could almost expect high expectations every time on the floor and off the court.
Right.
So everything was basically organized, and it was high expectations for everybody. So it was a great experience because he pushed you to be a better person. He pushed to get the best out of every person.
Right.
And he never let nobody else feel uncomfortable. He always made everybody feel comfortable, but within himself, to be the best person they could be. So it was a great experience for me. And then sometimes you would have that Quade that push you out of your square, that push you uncomfortable, and then that's that good leader that was in him to lead the way that he did in Neumann during my time.
Right. So you played at Neumann Goretti for a while. You wound up going to Division II Holy Family, but before that, like, what was your recruitment like? And also want you to touch on, like, what is the culture of, how is it like in playing in Philly? Like, how is the environment and playing in the Philly Catholic League?
I mean, playing in Philly, I mean, you got some people that would say publicly is better, but playing in Catholic League, I feel like it's more organized and toughness. And I don't mean that like as in like the public league is not tough at all, or they have like outrageous like toughness or whatever. But like the Catholic League is more organized because you got players that's skilled with IQ that's tough.
Right.
A lot of players in public league don't have a lot of IQ, so they just playing toughness off of playground ball and stuff like that. So it's like a different type of game. You gotta think the game in Catholic League basketball, and that's what it pushes you to do. And if you don't have that IQ, I mean, a lot of people ain't gonna make it through the Catholic League because you gotta have both. You gotta be tough and have IQ.
Right.
So I guess that's what one of the biggest pointers in playing in the Catholic League, of having that toughness, because every player walking in that gym is gonna be good on at least one team. It's probably like at least two or three teams that's probably not that good or don't have that one good player. But other than them 2 or 3 good teams, is the rest is like you got a whole schedule ahead of you.
Right.
Really.
And I know the amount of good teams in there. I know is you guys, then there's guys like Roman Catholic, then there's Archbishop Wood. I seen Archbishop Wood play once. I seen the players play like at other leagues. I've been to Philly versus New York. Shout out to Shandu McNeil. Shout out to Shub School, who are from Austin Classic, who basically connected us for this interview. But
Yeah, definitely shout out to him.
Shout out to the OG. So I seen guys. I see how it is with some of those leagues, some of those teams like Roman Catholic. Haven't seen them play before, but I seen Archbishop Wood play before at an event in Jersey, and those guys are tough. So like I definitely, you're definitely on point about that. You know how the Catholic League in Philly is, and I know the Palestra. I never covered it, but I know many people who do. Dave Cordova, who writes for Dave's Joint, that's his brand. He always goes to the Philadelphia Catholic League, and I've seen videos from NJ Hooper Group and others of how huge the crowd is. 9,000 people. That's
for a high school game. And
high
it's
school
crazy.
team.
It's crazy because I done been like you said, bringing up the point with playing with Quad A, I done been in the City of Palms. And the City of Palm games wasn't even that packed.
Right.
Until you get like farther into the tournament. So
Right.
for that game to be like that, the first game you in there, and then how our games be during the season, our games be sold out every game. And it don't matter who we play against.
Right.
So that was like a whole different stage level.
Okay, sounds awesome. So you senior year, it's coming down to a close. You had to commit to a school. How did it come about that you ended up going to Division II Holy Family to start off your college career?
Well, like heading into my senior year, I feel like that was like my best state of mind that I had throughout my whole years of being at Neumann.
Right.
So I was more open to basically have chemistry or have a bonding with any type of coach that was to come and recruit me. So I wasn't really looking too far at Division I or if it was Division II. I was looking more so at the personality of the coach. So heading in towards my end of the year, I had committed in January. I believe so, January before my birthday year. And that was before it even got to the end of the year. That was like mid-season, close to like state playoffs.
Right.
Almost. So like going into recruitment, I was getting recruited by a lot of like low Division I schools, but they was coming towards after I committed to Holy Family. Before Holy Family, I was getting recruited by a lot of Division PSEC schools, like East Stroudsburg and like Westchester, all them PSEC schools and stuff like that. Okay. So like heading into that, it was like, all right, I'm gonna pick this school that I feel as though I best fit with the coach. Right. So that's what landed on me with Holy Family, because other than that, it was gonna be Division III, because all the other Division II coaches, like we had a bondage, but like I feel like it would be nothing beyond basketball. Right. And that's what I thought, like that's what it would be at Holy Family. But then the coach got fired, and then I had to eventually leave. So, but to go back to the topic there, that's what it was going like. Because after I committed, which was in January, that's when Division I started trying to get my attention and try to get me to decommit and everything. But like I was like I told you, I was so stand on being with that chemistry with the coach that I did not decommit at all.
Right.
So it was a tough process and a long process, but at the end of it, I feel like it was worth it. Now, it could have been a better decision, maybe so, but this decision is a decision. You gotta live one.
Right. And it's about loyalty, like you said. Division I started coming later, but you was already set in stone with Holy Family. So talk about your the beginning of your college career at Holy Family. How was it when you was there, and when did it come about that you wanted to move on and attend Juco at Beaver County?
Well, when I first stepped foot on Holy Family campus, it was a peace and quiet, but it was not it was more organized than everything. So going into it, I had like a fresh mental, and I was ready to work, honestly. So everything was real organized. We had workouts that was set times, and it was going well. It felt like I was at Neumann. Like that's why I was feeling like this could be the program for me. I can survive here because the same MO. So it's like nothing really. There's nothing I ain't used to doing but working hard and getting the results that I'm working for. So in the middle of the season, I would say that's when stuff started to hit down. It started to hit like a downfall, like crazy.
Right.
So it was a game. I believe that we played. It was away, and I got injured that game. I had messed up my wrist, my shooting hand, and like my shooting percentage before then was so good, but then before I did that, it was like a mind over matter thing. Because every time I shot, I went to go shoot. It was like a hurting in my wrist, or at least in my head that it hurt. So everything was starting to go down from there. Not even for me, but like me being the player that I was for Holy Family, it was a big impact for me not producing what I was there to produce. So, and that didn't even that was just like a little 10% of my decision and the reason why I left. Another reason why is because the head coach got fired, so there was no other reason for me to stay.
Right.
And due to that, it was like me, like once I heard that the coach got fired, it was like me lackadaisical with my grades. So I started going to class. I started doing other stuff.
Right.
So once I started doing other stuff, and the result in the end of that year, it was like, all right, is either I want to stay here and try to do everything and get it back, or I can go to Juco and have somewhere else and have a fresh start. Now, having that process through your head after having a first half a good season, then the second half a bad season, you confused because it's not like you don't know what Juco going to accept you, but like going into the portal, it's like you don't know the outcome. Right. Because you don't know what side of the ball they're going to see. They're going to see the good half or the bad half. So it was real risky, but then it came to the final decision. And then once I had the final decision, I had made a phone call to one of the assistant coaches that I still talk to at Neumann Goretti. And he basically said that I could help you out, and it's up to you on how hard you want to work and what you want to do. And I told him, like, if you get me out of this situation, like, you have my word that I will do better. And that's when I landed on CCBC, or Community College of Beaver County. And me first coming up here, like, it was like crazy because it was like a whole different atmosphere. I'm in Pittsburgh and I'm in the county part of it. So going into that, it was crazy. Like, you don't know nobody on the team for real. That's like the outsiders, like those from Maryland, Virginia, stuff like that. Like, I knew a couple of my teammates that also went to Neumann. He also came here too. So that's what kind of really made it like, all right, it makes sense to go over there because I know people and I know that they push the best out of me. Right. So that's how I landed on my decision on basically like leaving, because like I felt as though at Holy Family, it wasn't enough. It's not like I have to have people to be there to push me, but to have people with the same goal as you is always better. Right. Because now when you do get lackadaisical or late or lazy, you have a constant reminder of people working hard, of basically showing you like it ain't no days off of this.
Right. Yes. That's big right there. So, your career, great career, at Beaver County, you was averaging about 10 points a game. Your per 40 stats were much higher, 22.4 points a game during conference, and then 16 points a game overall as far as per 40 stats are combined. So, like,
I believe the toughest on the iron, sharper iron, as far as my teammates, it would be my teammate from Neumann, which is Rashid Brown.
Okay.
And also a kid that I met up here. There's a couple of them that I met up here. One of them named Simi Fryer. He's from the Philadelphia area, but he also stayed out here. He actually go to Texas, Corpus Christi now. And like them guys right there, them two guys set the standard for me every day. What they expect out of me and what they didn't expect out of me.
Right.
So as far as like me going against my opponent, it was like I had no fear playing against them.
Right.
Because they already drilled. There's no fear here.
Right.
Is either you a dog or you gonna be on the bench. So, and with that being said, it was like I already had an exceptional character, so it was like we just molded all together. So me playing against other teams, I was so comfortable going out there playing with them guys and giving them my all.
Sounds good. And so let's talk about the academic aspect of Juco. You said that you had your grades were slipping at Holy Family, and you then went to Beaver County, of course. But like, how have you been able to like get back on track at Beaver County academically? Has that helped you with academics?
Yeah, they helped me a lot. I mean, it was like my first set of classes was in the summer. So when I left Holy Family or decided to leave Holy Family, like the coach called me every bit of like the next day, and like I left Holy Family. I came all the way up here. So me heading into academically, like coming straight up here, it was like kind of like oh my God, like dang, I just left classes. Now I gotta start a whole nother set of classes.
Right.
But the way they have it up here was way much easier to grasp. I feel like more than Holy Family, because Holy Family would have a tutoring center, but the tutoring would be your peers. Now I understand, like, if your peers grasp the information better than you, they could teach you it, but
Right.
not a lot of them could do that.
Right.
And here at CCBC, they had adults, the tutoring, teachers, one-on-one sessions, study halls, stuff like that. And a lot of our classes was like online. So, well, in the summer they was. In the summer we had online classes, which was kind of better because I was able to do an assignment online that I already understand on my own. And then if I didn't understand it, I would be able to talk with the teacher and have a study hall meeting with the teacher. And they would basically go over the information and makes it better for me to understand the information to do the assignment. So it was definitely better because my grades went like up a lot, and I was able to commit to another school, which is Edinboro University, and also further my career.
Okay, sounds awesome. Let's get straight into that now before we finish with other questions. But Edinboro University, how did that come about? Was some other schools that you wanted to go to? And why Edinboro? Why did you choose that school?
I chose Edinboro for like the same situation, like as far as like the bonding wise. I mean, like, I met the assistant coach, and it's like the first day we clicked. It was like better than like the coach from Holy Family.
Right.
So I was like off the bat, like, dang, I could already see myself at that school. But it was like, all right, I'm gonna take my time now, because my senior year of high school, I rushed it kinda and probably waited to like mid-season to commit it, and then everything starting to open up after that.
Right.
So this year I kind of did it differently. Like I felt everybody out for who they was or who I felt they was towards me.
Right.
So, I mean, I was getting basically like the same recruitments, the low D1s, Division twos, and all of that. But how I landed on Edinboro was because of the bondage of me seeing the coach and being around him. Like I'd be shooting in the gym or just got done working out, practicing, coach pop up out of nowhere.
Right.
And like just basically check, like not even check up on me, but to see if I got my head on straight, to see what type of student and person I am. Like it was all genuine. So that's how I kind of landed on Edinboro.
All right, sounds awesome. I mean, best of luck with you on that new chapter with Edinboro, which will be soon up in the fall. So, the COVID-19 pandemic, really got things messed up now. I know you're not going to be attending Juco anymore, obviously, but what is your overall opinion on, college basketball and college sports as a whole being pushed back in the wake of that? Because it's definitely happening with the JUCOs now that basically basketball's gonna be starting in the spring. What would you have done if you was in that situation?
I honestly don't even know. For them to just cancel the rest of the season on players that sacrificed a lot to get that extra year or to do that extra something to achieve a bigger goal, like I honestly would feel heartbroken and will be looking and for something, a replacement, like an extra year or extra opportunity to do what they wanted to do in the first place.
Right.
And being in that situation, that's what I would try to do. I would try to push the NCAA to give me another chance.
Right.
That I already tried to do. I mean, it shouldn't even be that hard this time around because of the COVID. Right. So me as a player, that's what I would try to do. So like going into that situation will only have to be when you get there type of situation and present it. So, right. But that would be my option to do.
Okay, so I mean, awesome. So, have you heard anything from Edinboro as far as like what they have planned for the fall? You know, because this is pretty much affecting everybody at this point. Have you heard anything from your coaches or whatnot?
I don't think it's really affecting anybody up here. Like really, I mean, like it's size of town. Like it's little townships around here that has it real bad, and there's a lot of townships that doesn't have it as much. So I mean, Edinboro has their own township. So
right.
Where they at, they actually I think they in phase yellow, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
They in phase yellow about to go to green. So everything, like he called me the other day and explained how when we about to be at school, which is August, and right. August 15th, and between August 12th and August 17th, one of them days. In between them days, we'd be moving in.
Right.
But that's what he called to explain to me. I don't think they slowing the process up there where they at until they hear something else. I mean, that's what last word I had. So, okay. But I did also see East Stroudsburg, they canceled all their fall sports already. So,
right.
I don't know where, like, it's like a kind of 50-50 type of thing.
Okay, cool. Edinboro and East Stroudsburg, they're in the same conference or not? They play each other?
No. I think if I'm not mistaken, East Stroudsburg is in the PSAC league. I think Edinboro is in the CAC.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. They're on West Coast of the CAC league.
Right. Okay.
But I gotta double check that. I forgot what league they in. I think they in PSAC though. But it's Stroudsburg definitely in PSAC.
Okay. Sounds good. So what are some things that you're looking to add to your game or improve on to get prepared for this season?
I would say ball handling and shooting off the dribble, and I guess that's really about it. Because like over the course of CCBC, I already worked on getting stronger and getting faster. So I guess being smarter at Edinboro, I would guess being smarter and ball handling and shooting off the ball.
All right, awesome. So, what is some advice that you have for prospective athletes out there about your career? Going from one school, which is a Division II, to Juco, and then to another Division II school. What is some, based on your journey, what is some advice that you have for future athletes out there?
Advice I have is to always be positive. I mean, in a Juco setting, it's gonna put you in a down depression mode because you technically in a below. You in a dungeon, they call it. So you basically below Division III, and you basically like the bottom batch, the players. But honestly, I feel as though every player that goes into Juco should have a positive state of mind, and should never have that thought to giving up on yourself, because you walking into a dark path.
Right.
It's only up to you to get the ending of it.
Right.
So if you asking for it and sign that paper, you got to be willing to work and be willing to be a team player. You can't be a selfish player, because if you go into a situation with a Juco being selfish, you got a lot of other kids that's sacrificing the same thing you are and will be just as selfish as you.
Right.
So that's the advice that I would give to every kid that's walking into Juco.
All right. Sounds great. So, thank you for coming on our show today. This episode will be out very soon. Been a great interview. A lot of gems been dropped. So for Dymir Montague, Jaquan Bowden here. This is that Juco Life. We out.
Thanks.